Actually, I'm getting help support by Baltimore County. They came and contacted me about the lead paint program, and that's what they're doing right now in my house. They found lead paint in my house, and they're fixing the basement, windows, the doors at the first floor level, 2 windows at the shed. I just didn't know that they could find lead paint in my house. They offered me to relocate my house and stay at the Humble Suites by Hilton. Well, my whole family is staying right here. We're a family of 6, so they gave us 2 rooms, beautiful rooms. Well, I'm very excited to see, to know that they're gonna fix something that it could affect to my family, not just children. It could be affected by me, any person in my house.
Okay, we have here 1716 Yacona Road. It's a 2-apartment duplex. I've owned the property for a number of years. So I understand it was recently tested and there was high lead content, which was a little unsettling. I guess, it'd go back probably a couple decades. I wasn't aware of it, and the building has remained vacant. A couple factors involved, time, money, and then, how do I get this building lead safe? Came across the program that was being offered by Baltimore County, and I said, this might work. So I made a call, made an application, and in the initial phases of cooperating with Baltimore County to try to get this building up to code, you might say, and lead safe. I recently re-rented the property, and it's a lead safe property, not a lead free, but a lead safe property. And registered that with Maryland Department of the Environment.
The mission for Lead Safe Baltimore County is to create more lead safe housing throughout Baltimore County, to educate community members on lead poisoning prevention, to create more advocates for lead poisoning prevention so that they can go out and spread the word. Lead Safe Baltimore County is a grant that's funded by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. They have given money, and Baltimore County has matched some of that funding, so that they can literally go out into the community to do the lead abatement work, to identify lead hazards, and to create lead-safe housing. Lead poisoning does not discriminate. There's kind of an urban myth that lead poisoning only affects communities of color or lower income communities, but the truth of the matter is that lead has nothing to do with any of that. It only has to do with homes and housing. Homes built before 1978 typically are going to have lead hazards unless it's been through a total gut rehab. So to get help for having lead hazards in your home, you can come to Baltimore County's Department of Planning. This Lead Safe Baltimore County grant program is designed for homeowners, it's designed for renters, it's designed for landlords of vacant properties. Homeowners and renters must meet the income eligibility requirement based on how many people live in that house. Also, they have to have a child that's under the age of 6, or a pregnant woman that either lives in that property or simply visits that property.
So this is the XRF that we use. It has a radioactive source on it. It produces gamma rays. On here you can control the abatement level. So we set it to the Maryland standard of 0.7 micrograms per centimeter squared. Anything above that level would be considered the action level or the above abatement level. So what I'm doing here is I typically like to start with window components because we know that window components are typically filled with lead. But I will go through the entire room, and I'm going to be testing every painted surface.
So on the exterior of this property, and we'll walk around the entire building, but our scope of work called for the replacement of the second floor windows as well as the first floor windows. And we're going to enclose the rake boards on top of the roof with aluminum coil stock. All of the windows that are installed are also Energy Star windows. So in addition to getting a lead-free window, the homeowner actually receives an Energy Star window as well. So we completed the unit yesterday, and today we did what is called the final clean. There wasn't a lot of areas that were hot for lead, but the areas that were hot, the windows and the doors happened to be friction surfaces So the goal is to permanently eliminate those areas.
Lead poisoning is still in the national headlines every day. The main way that children are harmed is by ingesting and inhaling lead paint, which can be present in any home built prior to 1978. Baltimore County has been focused on this serious threat for years, and that's why we're offering grants to individuals to make their homes safe. We are committed to protecting all of our children from a lifetime of damage from lead paint. So please take a few minutes to find out if your family is at risk and how we can work together to keep them safe.
There's not many sicknesses, diseases, or illnesses that you can say are 100% preventable, but lead poisoning is one of them. If there are no homes that have lead paint in them, then no children under 6 or pregnant women will be exposed to lead dust, which would lead to lead poisoning. Get your home tested, get your child tested, get the facts.